Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Namira binti Imran from grade 11 and today I'll be solving October-November 2023 paper 13. Okay, so the first question is, Peter needs to create a validation check for product numbers. 3 examples of product numbers he needs to check are here. Identify 2 validation checks he could use to check the numbers. Okay, first of all, he could check the length of the numbers because sometimes the length that you use is really important. It has to be accurate. So, length check. And also, he has to check if the range of the number is also accurate. Oh my god. Range check. Okay, second question. A student has created a document with images for her geography project. The layout of page 1 is portrait orientation. The student needs to set page 2 as landscape orientation. Before she can set the landscape orientation, she needs to insert a break. State the type of break that is needed. Okay, this type of breaks are called section breaks. So the answer is section break here. Okay. B. The student has placed images in the document. State 2 file formats she could have used for the images. Okay, this is a pretty straightforward question. First, I'll write JPG. Okay. Secondly, you can write PNG. Okay. Each page of the document includes a footer. Explain why a footer is used. This question is 3 marks, which means they want 3 points. Alright, first point is information is repeated on each page. Second point, saves time for the user since they do not need to add information manually, and information needs to be entered once only. Okay, we're done with this question. Moving on to the next one. Question 3. A teacher is setting up a school shop. The teacher is setting up a spreadsheet to keep the accounts of the shop. Figure 3.1 shows a box containing 50 choco bars to sell in the shop. The information on the box will be entered into the spreadsheet. Okay, choco bars and then all of the information. A is the text because it's basically what is inside the box. B is your number. C is the date. And D is the currency, which is the price. Okay. Okay. B. Each box delivered to the school shop includes a QR code. Explain why QR codes are used. This one is 4 marks, so again, you have to look at the marks in order to know how many points you're supposed to give. Okay. They can be read from many angles. Second one is they can also be used to track stock. be read by any device, basically. Any device with a camera. With a camera and a suitable software. They can contain links to more information for the product. Information about the products. Okay. Number C. Sorry. The teacher has created a formula in the spreadsheet that calculates the cost of purchasing a number of different items. She has created a formula that subtracts the discount per item from the price of the item to find the cost of the item, then multiplies the cost of the item by the quantity. The formula she enters into cell E2 is B2 minus C2 times D2. When this formula is entered into cell E2, the result is not what she expected. The result should be $15. Explain why the result is not $15. Okay. So, as you can see, from B2 minus C2, there's supposed to be a bracket here, but the brackets are missing, which messes up the whole math calculation. So we can say brackets around B2 minus C2 is missing, and therefore multiplication is carried out before subtraction. Okay, question 4. A company's computer system is protected by both a user ID and a password. Explain how a user ID and a password are used to increase the security of data. Okay, we have to mention 6 points here. First points are passwords are masked as stars. Second points, password could use biometrics, so that ensures greater security. And passwords are only known by the user, also ensuring greater security than if passwords are entered incorrectly several times. It might lock the user out. Enter incorrectly several times. It might lock the user out. Okay, we have 4 points. Fifth point is a strong password is a combination of upper and lower case characters. User IDs and passwords combine to protect against unauthorized access. Passwords and user IDs combined protect against unauthorized access. Alright, these are our points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, B. The company plans to improve the security of its computer system by using biometric methods. Describe what is meant by biometric methods. Give 2 examples of biometrics. Description. So the description is that it is a form of authentication. It is a form of authentication unique to the user. Okay, example 1, I think it's the most common one, fingerprint. And example 2 is face recognition. Okay, face recognition. Alright, moving on. A student needs to purchase a new computer for use on his university course. The laptop computers available to him are one that contains a solid-state drive, SSD, or one that only stores data on the internet using the cloud. Evaluate these 2 types of laptop computer. Okay. Laptops with SSD. Okay, let's talk about this one first. Laptops with SSD. Right. The data can only be accessed on the laptop. If the laptop breaks, there is no access. Right? Okay. The user will retain control over the data stored. There is greater security present, and after the initial cost of the computer, laptop, there's nothing else to pay for storage. So basically it's pretty free after that. There is nothing else to pay for storage. Okay, and then after that we can mention cloud storage. Laptops. So basically they require internet connection to store or access data, and there is more storage available, but there might be issues if the internet fluctuates or drops during the storage of data. Alright, we're done with question 5. Some of the components used in the manufacture of aircraft are produced using a 3D printer. Analyze the use of a 3D printer to make the components rather than making the components by hand. Okay, so you need 6 points here. The first point is that the manufacture of components is cheaper. The quality is consistent. Fewer subcomponents used, making it stronger. Making it stronger and safer. Also, the initial cost of the printer could be more costly. It requires high-skilled programmers. So the initial costs could be higher. Okay, we have 5 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more. It's that if the initial design is incorrect, it will be harder to fix it. So if the initial design is incorrect, it will be harder to correct. Alright, we have 6 points. Moving on to the next question. Many devices in the home can be connected to the internet so they can be controlled remotely. These devices are called smart devices. A house contains a smart security system. Describe the benefits and drawbacks of using a smart security system. Okay, so both benefits and drawbacks. Alright, benefits can be that it provides an increased sense of security. You receive immediate alerts if there is a security breach. You receive Okay, we already have 2 benefits, so we can write drawbacks now. You may not be able to confront or deal with intruders if you're like far away from them. Not be able to deal with intruders if you are far away. And if access to internet is lost, then basically the control of the system is lost as well. The internet is lost, then the control of the system is lost. Lost as well. Okay. 8B. Identify 2 sensors that could be used with the smart security system. Alright, so first we could mention about the light sensor, and then we can mention about the temperature sensor. We can also mention other sensors such as pressure or proximity. Alright, see, part of the smart security system involves an automatic gate for vehicles approaching the house. There is a CCTV camera at the gate, and the smart security system has software for recognizing each vehicle's number plate. Explain how automatic plate recognition (ANPR) systems work. Alright, so we have to describe the process. Firstly, an image is taken in front of the vehicle. Firstly, an image is taken of the front of the vehicle. And then the image is sent to the software. After that, the software isolates the number plate from the image. The software will isolate the number plate from the image. Color brightness and contrast are changed. Color brightness will be changed so that it can be easily read, so that the plate is easier to read. Okay, this point is optional because it's 4 marks. And then also, each character is read using OCR. Each character is read using OCR software. Alright, and then after that, the number plate will be searched in the database. Plate is searched in the database. Comparison is made and the number plate is identified. Comparison is made, and if the number plate is identified, it allows the gate to open. Okay. Alright. Moving on to D. Describe 3 problems that could occur when the ANPR system reads a vehicle number plate. Okay. So you can mention common things like the number plate may be too dirty to read. Number plate may be too dirty to read. So it's not able to read the number there clearly. And it also might be in low light conditions. So the software is unable to read it. And then characters might be misread. Alright, there. The Secretary of Tara University has created web pages for farmer students. The farmer students are adults. Say the design features of the web pages that would meet the needs of this target audience. Alright. This is 6 marks. So, since they are former students and adults, do not use childish language because of the age. Need to have an organized layout which is understandable and interesting content. And knowing the audiences so this can capture more attention. Also, using clear, readable fonts are really important. As well as interactivity. Alright. The web pages conform to the university's corporate house style. Describe why a corporate house style is used. Okay, 3 marks, 3 points. It basically provides consistency. As well as allows all documentation to contain the same header and footer information to contain information. So as you can see, we already have 2 points here, and then it relates to the university brand image. Relates to the university brand image. Alright, 3 points, and you're done with this question. Give 4 design features of a corporate house style. You can write this one, just mention the design parts. Alright. Corporate font style. We can also write corporate font size. Position of the logo, and also the inclusion of the logo. Okay, since we already mentioned logo here, I'll just mention a different point here, which is the layout of the address. Layout of the address. Alright, that's fine. You can just mention this. Next question, 10. A school has employed a systems analyst to help update its computerized examination system. The system analyst researches the current system to see what will be required in the new system. Say the methods of researching the current system that are described. Okay. Talking to the network manager and examinations officers about the current system. Okay, that's interviewing people basically, because you want to know information about it. Interview. Watching the users operating the current system. Okay, that's analyzing. Sorry, that's observation. Alright, forms sent out to all users to complete and return questionnaires, because it's talking about forms. Questionnaires. Alright. B. After completing the analysis, the new system needs to be designed. One item that needs to be designed is a file structure. Identify 3 other items that would need to be designed. Alright. First, you can say the input format. So when you hear input format, there's obviously output format as well. Okay. Input format. And second one, output format. And also the validation routine. You can also say data structure if you want to. Alright, I think that's the last question. Yes. Thank you so much for listening and giving me your time. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.